Every week, lives are quietly closing, leaving stories behind that deserve to be remembered. Some are celebrated across the world, their names etched in history. Others quietly touched families, friends, and communities, leaving ripples of love and impact. This week, we honor both the legendary figures whose brilliance shaped culture and the everyday heroes whose lives remind us of humanity's quiet grace. Here are the most recent deaths reported in the first week of December 2025. As chronicled by legacy.com. Visit legacy.com to explore full obituaries, leave condolences, or simply pay tribute to the lives that touched our world. Tom Stoppard, a playwright who transformed the stage on November 29, 2025, the world lost a literary titan. Tom Stoppard passed away at his home in Dorset, England at the age of 88. Stoppard wasn't just a playwright, he was a master of wit, intellect, and profound storytelling. Across decades, his work reshaped theater. He won 5 Tony Awards for Best Play and was nominated 3 additional times. Classics like Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. The Coast of Utopia and Leopoldstadt have become staples of modern theater, celebrated for their clever interplay of history, philosophy, and human emotion. But Stoppard's brilliance didn't end at the stage. He was a masterful screenwriter, too, earning an Oscar for his script for Shakespeare in Love. He even left an uncredited mark on Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade, blending adventure and intellect in ways few could. Stoppard's passing reminds us that some minds illuminate the world so brightly, even their absence leaves a long shadow. Antone Chubby Tavares, the voice of an era on November 29, 2025, marked the passing of a true musical legend, Antone Chubby Tavares, at the age of 81. For anyone who grew up dancing to the infectious grooves of the 1970s, Chubby Tavares was more than a singer, he was the heartbeat of a generation. Alongside his brothers, Chubby formed the iconic R&B group Tavares, a band that didn't just make music, they created moments, memories, and magic. Their one disco hit, Heaven Must Be Missing an Angel, remains timeless, still played in clubs, parties, and personal playlists decades after its release. But to focus solely on that song would be to overlook the depth of Tavares' contribution. Tracks like It Only Takes a Minute, Don't Take Away the Music, and How'd You Know carried joy, rhythm, and soulful storytelling into homes worldwide. These weren't just songs, they were soundtracks to people's lives, the backdrop to weddings, celebrations, first dances, and late-night drives. Chubby's voice had a warmth, a charm, and an effortless charisma that made listeners feel seen, connected, and alive. Chubby Tavares' music transcended decades because it carried an authenticity that could not be manufactured. He understood rhythm not just as a beat, but as a language of human emotion. His passing leaves a silence where rhythm once thrived, a quiet that reminds us of the fleeting but profound nature of genius. The world may lose a voice, but the music remains, echoing in the hearts of those who danced, laughed, and loved to his songs. Danny Seagren, puppeteer, performer, and pioneer in the world of imagination and childhood wonder. Danny Seagren's passing on November 10, 2025 at the age of 81 leaves a void that is difficult to fill. Seagren was not just a puppeteer or performer, he was a pioneer, someone who shaped the way generations of children experienced television. Working alongside the legendary Jim Henson, Seagren helped bring Ernie to life on Sesame Street, instilling joy, laughter, and curiosity in millions of young viewers. Occasionally, he also portrayed Big Bird, adding his unique touch to one of the most beloved characters in children's television history. Seagren's talent extended beyond puppets, stretching into the very fabric of pop culture. He holds a singular place in history as the first person to portray Spider-Man in live action, appearing in dozens of sketches on the Electric Company. For many, the image of Spider-Man swinging into action as a young child may feel like a permanent memory, and it was Seagren who helped shape that early experience of superhero wonder. Through puppets, masks, and characters, he reminded audiences that magic is real even if it comes from behind the scenes. The lives of both Chubby Tavares and Danny Seagren remind us of the profound ways in which artists touch our heart. One through the universal language of music, the other through imagination and storytelling that transcends age. Both left legacies that are bigger than the individual, echoing in dance halls, playgrounds, television screens, and memory alike. Their work was not fleeting entertainment, it was a gift, a connection to joy, creativity, and the enduring human spirit. Robin Smith, cricket legend of England. On December 1, 2025, the cricket world lost one of its finest batsmen. Robin Smith passed away at the age of 62 at his home in Perth, Australia. For fans of the game, Robin Smith was more than a player. He was a symbol of precision, perseverance, and quiet leadership. His career with Hampshire County Cricket Club spanned decades, during which he became the backbone of the team, guiding younger players and consistently delivering performances that combined technical brilliance with unwavering determination. Smith's skill was legendary. With a bat in hand, he seemed to move with a rare combination of grace and focus. Every stroke, every run, was executed with a calm authority that only comes from years of dedication and love for the game. But what truly set Robin apart wasn't just his ability to score runs or dominate bowlers, it was his leadership. On the field, he inspired his teammates by example, never seeking the limelight for himself but always elevating the players around him. Beyond county cricket, Robin Smith also represented England on the international stage, playing a pivotal role in the team's journey to the 1992 Cricket World Cup. His contributions were not just in the numbers he posted, but in the spirit he brought to the game. Smith's story reminds us that true leadership in sports is measured not only by trophies, runs, or records, but by the camaraderie, mentorship, and inspiration a player leaves behind. Every team that had the privilege of calling Robin Smith a teammate carried forward his lessons in resilience, focus, and integrity. Fuzzy Zoeller, a golfer's historic triumphs just days earlier, on November 27, 2025, the world of golf bid farewell to Fuzzy Zoeller at the age of 74. Zoeller was more than a golfer. He was a trailblazer, a player who redefined what was possible on the green. In 1979, he achieved something that remains nearly unmatched in the history of the sport. He won the Masters tournament on his very first appearance. Only 2 golfers before him had accomplished such a feat, and since then none have managed to replicate it. But Zoeller didn't stop there. He went on to win the 1984 U.S. Open and later the 2002 Senior PGA Championship, proving that his skill, determination, and love for the game transcended age and circumstance. What made Fuzzy Zoeller remarkable wasn't just the titles he amassed, but the audacity and courage he displayed on the course. He faced pressure with poise, seized opportunities with boldness, and demonstrated a belief in himself that inspired fans and fellow golfers alike. Zoeller's story serves as a reminder that success is not just about the accolades. It's about daring to step into moments that define history, about embracing risk and challenge, and about leaving a mark on the world that lasts far beyond the final scorecard. His legacy is etched in golf courses across the world, in the stories told by those who watched him swing, and in the inspiration he continues to provide for aspiring golfers everywhere. Judy Cheeks, the queen of dance floors and soul. On December 26, 2025, the music world lost one of its most electrifying voices. Judy Cheeks, at the age of 71, passed away, leaving behind a legacy that spanned decades and genres. To many, Judy Cheeks was the heartbeat of the dance floor, a singer whose energy and passion could transform any room into a celebration of rhythm and soul. Her music wasn't just entertainment, it was an invitation to move, to feel, and to celebrate life itself. Cheeks' career began long before she became a household name in the 1990s. In the 1970s, her soulful voice graced the charts with hits like Mellow Lovin', a song that showcased her ability to combine emotion, technical skill, and sheer charisma. Even then, Judy had a rare gift. She could make listeners feel as though every word she sang was personal, intended just for them. Her music had heart, and it resonated. As the decades passed, Cheeks evolved seamlessly, embracing the dance music wave of the 1990s. Songs like Respect and As Long As You're Good to Me soared to no one on dance charts, becoming anthems for clubs, parties, and personal celebrations alike. But Judy Cheeks' influence extended far beyond her solo career. She lent her remarkable voice as a backing vocalist for music legends like Ike and Tina Turner, Stevie Wonder, and Donna Summer, supporting and elevating their sound with her unique blend of soul, power, and nuance. In doing so, she became an integral thread in the tapestry of modern music, connecting eras, genres, and audiences with her voice. Her passing is a reminder that music has a power beyond the notes and rhythms. It can lift, unite, and endure. Judy Cheeks gave the world that gift repeatedly, and her songs continue to echo, keeping her spirit alive on dance floors and in the hearts of fans worldwide. She was more than a performer. She was a connector of souls through rhythm, a storyteller with a voice that transcended time. Michael DeLano, performer across stage and screen, while the music world mourned Judy Cheeks. The acting and entertainment world said goodbye to Michael DeLano, who died on October 20th, 2025. At the age of 84 from a heart attack. Though his passing was only recently announced, DeLano's influence across television, film, and dance is undeniable. His career was a testament to versatility, resilience, and the power of performance to transcend generations. Many fans remember him as the charming lounge singer Johnny Venture on the classic series Rhoda, but his work extended far beyond that. He had memorable roles on shows like Firehouse and Supertrain, as well as appearances in iconic films including Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, and Commando. Each performance showcased his adaptability as an actor, his ability to inhabit characters with authenticity and charisma, and his dedication to the craft. Before making his mark in film and television, Michael DeLano was a dancer on American Bandstand, a program that defined an era of music and youth culture. On that stage, he connected with audiences through movement, rhythm, and performance, bridging generational gaps and shaping the way dance intersected with entertainment. This early experience honed his timing, presence, and understanding of audience engagement skills he carried into every subsequent role. DeLano's career reminds us that true artistry is not confined to a single medium. He seamlessly moved between dance, television, and film, leaving a lasting impression on each. His legacy is a reflection of dedication, creativity, and the ability to connect with people across different forms of entertainment. Elden Campbell, NBA veteran and champion, December 2nd, 2025, marked a somber day for the world of basketball. Elden Campbell, one of the most formidable power forwards and centers of his era, passed away at the age of 57. For fans who watched the NBA during the 1990s and 2000s, Campbell was more than just a player. He was a force on the court, a competitor who combined physical strength, strategic skill, and unyielding determination to become a lasting figure in professional basketball. Campbell's career spanned several teams, but he is perhaps best remembered for his 9 seasons with the Los Angeles Lakers, where he played alongside legends and became a key part of the team's defensive and offensive efforts. Later, he continued his journey with the Charlotte and New Orleans Hornets, bringing experience, leadership, and consistency to every game. Yet, it was with the Detroit Pistons that he achieved one of the most memorable moments of his career, the 2004 NBA Finals. Against all odds, the Pistons overcame the Lakers in an underdog victory that has since become legendary in basketball history. Campbell's contribution to that team was more than just points or rebounds. It was his presence, his intelligence on the court, and his ability to inspire teammates to rise above expectations. Off the court, Elden Campbell's legacy was defined by perseverance and professionalism. He was not only a talented athlete, but also a mentor, a teammate, and a symbol of how dedication to one's craft can leave a lasting impact. His story reminds us that success in sports isn't only measured by accolades or trophies. It's measured by the respect earned, the influence on others, and the moments of excellence that define an era. For aspiring athletes and fans alike, Campbell exemplified the power of discipline, resilience, and teamwork. Donyelle Jones, dancer, advocate, inspiration. On the very same day, the dance community lost one of its brightest stars. Donyelle Jones, at the age of 46, passed away after a courageous battle with breast cancer. For fans of So You Think You Can Dance, Jones was unforgettable, a finalist on the show's second season. In 2006, captivating audiences with her skill, versatility, and electric energy. Every performance was a testament to her technical mastery, artistry, and unwavering dedication to her craft. But Donyelle Jones' influence extended far beyond the stage. She was an advocate for dancers and performers facing illness, using her platform to raise awareness, provide encouragement, and remind others that even in the face of personal challenges, passion and resilience can shine. Her openness about her battle with cancer transformed her into more than an entertainer. She became an inspiration, a symbol of courage and determination for countless fans and fellow performers. Jones' life reminds us that true artistry is intertwined with empathy. She showed that talent alone is not enough. It is how one uses their gifts to lift others, to advocate, and to share strength that creates a lasting legacy. Through her performances, her advocacy, and her spirit, Donyelle left an indelible mark on the dance world and beyond. Her story is a poignant reminder that brilliance often walks hand in hand with compassion, that even in life's most difficult moments, one can shine as a guiding light for others. Daniel Woodrell, master of Ozark, Noir, November 8, 2005, marked the passing of one of modern literature's most distinctive voices. Daniel Woodrell, at the age of 72, succumbed to pancreatic cancer at his home in West Plains, Missouri. To the casual reader, his name might not have been instantly recognizable, but to those who had delved into the rugged, unforgiving landscapes of the Ozarks, his work is unforgettable. Woodrell was best known for his 2006 novel Winter's Bone, a harrowing tale of resilience, the dark underbelly of rural America. When the novel was adapted into a critically acclaimed film 4 years later, it brought his gritty storytelling to a wider audience, earning awards and cementing his place in contemporary American literature. Yet, Woodrell's contribution went beyond any single work. He coined the term country noir to describe his unique brand of storytelling, a fusion of crime, moral complexity, and stark realism set against the hauntingly beautiful yet treacherous Ozark Mountains. His prose was precise and haunting, capable of painting a landscape as vividly as a character's inner turmoil. He explored the margins of society with empathy and unflinching honesty, creating characters who were flawed, courageous, and unforgettable. Readers were drawn into worlds where morality wasn't black and white, and survival demanded both cunning and heart. Woodrell's legacy reminds us that literature can illuminate even the darkest corners of human experience, offering insight, empathy, and a mirror to the struggles and triumphs of ordinary lives. Even after his passing, Woodrell's stories continue to resonate. His novels serve as a testament to the power of place in shaping narrative, and the way a single storyteller can make the unseen, overlooked, and underrepresented come alive. For anyone who loves literature, his work is an invitation to explore complexity, to face life's shadows, and to recognize the enduring human spirit that emerges even in the harshest circumstances. Robert A.M. Stern, architect of vision and beauty. Just one day earlier, the world lost another creative giant, but in a very different realm. On November 27, 2025, Robert A.M. Stern passed away at the age of 86 due to a pulmonary illness. Stern was not a novelist or performer, but his impact was no less profound. Through buildings, skylines, and public spaces, he shaped the way people experience the world. Stern was an architect of vision, elegance, and cultural memory. His work was defined by a remarkable blend of classical inspiration and modern sophistication. He understood that architecture is not merely about functionality. It is about identity, emotion, and storytelling through space. Stern's buildings, from the George W. Bush Presidential Center in Dallas to Walt Disney World's Beach Club Resort and the Museum of the American Revolution in Philadelphia, are testaments to this philosophy. Each project combined beauty, purpose, and a respect for history, creating spaces that inspire, educate, and endure. Stern's influence extended beyond individual structures. As a teacher, mentor, and thought leader, he guided generations of architects, sharing his belief that design could both honor the past and embrace the future. His work reminds us that architecture is not static. It is alive, a reflection of culture, aspiration, and the human need for connection through shared space. Every brick, column, and curve he designed carried intention, thought, and a dedication to craftsmanship that few could match. Steve Cropper, guitar legend and soul pioneer. On December 3, 2025, the music world lost one of its most enduring and influential voices, not through words, but through the strings of a guitar. Steve Cropper, aged 84, passed away, leaving behind a legacy that resonates far beyond the notes he played. Cropper wasn't just a guitarist, he was a master craftsman of soul, rhythm, and collaboration. He rose to prominence as part of the legendary Stax Records house band, Booker T and the MGs, a group that became the backbone of 1960s soul music. Behind the scenes, Cropper's guitar shaped the sound of an era. He played alongside some of the greatest performers of the time: Otis Redding, Wilson Pickett, and countless others, helping craft hits that are still celebrated today. Songs like Green Onions, with its unmistakable groove, became more than just music. They became cultural touchstones. Cropper's riffs and melodies could convey emotion as powerfully as any lyric, communicating joy, longing, and resilience with every note. Perhaps most notably, Cropper co-wrote and performed on timeless classics like Sittin' on the Dock of the Bay and In the Midnight Hour. His ability to collaborate seamlessly with other artists was a rare gift, allowing him to enhance and elevate the talents of those around him. Beyond Stax, Cropper played in the Blues Brothers Band, introducing new generations to the soul and rhythm that defined his career. These acts of remembrance underscore that legacy is not only about fame, talent, or awards. It is also about service, protection, and the lives of ordinary people whose courage often goes unnoticed until we pause to reflect. Flags at half-staff serve as a visual reminder of sacrifice, grief, and remembrance. They ask us to slow down, honor those we have lost, and recognize the profound impact one life, whether in service, art, or community, can have on the world. Each lowered flag tells a story, connecting the past to the present, reminding us that memory and gratitude are as essential to our humanity as action and achievement. Honoring life, one story at a time. The success story allows families to publish obituaries online and in newspapers, sharing lives with the world, celebrating accomplishments, and memorializing love. Whether for a famous figure or an everyday hero, every life deserves recognition. During the holiday season, grief can feel heavier, but remembrance can bring healing. Legacy's Holiday Gift Guide offers memorial keepsakes and genealogy subscriptions to honor those we have lost, keeping their memories alive. Every week, every obituary is a story waiting to be remembered. Each life, extraordinary or ordinary, leaves ripples in our world. These stories remind us to cherish moments, celebrate legacy, and never forget the lives that shaped us.